Okay, forgive me for the loud TV. I'm sitting here watching TV with kids. But I gotta get this out. So this heavily feels Libra energy, and I'm actually picturing two specific people. Two of you that I work. Well, one of you I used to work with. We haven't really worked together this year. And you used to be in the coaching. How can I call you? Your name starts with an A. I'll just say that. And we haven't worked together this year. Okay, the other person. We work together. We work together almost every week, but you skipped this full moon, and your name starts with a J. And both of you are Libras, okay? Could be other people, again, but it feels heavy on the Libra. So this is about a connection. Like, we always seem to get messages about the connections that went into separation over 2025, because that person had their things to go through. Excuse me, you had your things to go through. Hold on. Because now I'm also getting Virgo, Gemini, Taurus. You or them. Okay. Now, so we went in our own paths. We had to separate to come back together later after we had both grown and went through our stuff, right? There might have been a sort of cordial conversation, we didn't really talk things through, but we didn't argue either, all right? So we went our separate ways. Whatever happened. And then we had a conversation, but we didn't really deal with it, but it didn't go horribly. We didn't really clear the air. But both people still remain deeply attached to each other. And we're both still wounded. We're both still emotional about this. You, whoever you are, I think you feel like you should get an apology. It feels like I wasn't really made to feel secure in this connection, and like there was constant stress, and I feel like I'm owed an apology. And the other person feels like there's something about they feel like you never really intended to stay. Because there's something about the person I met, when I met you, as time went on, you got more independent. And that made me think like in the back of my mind, I thought you always intended to leave. I don't know what that's about. It's like I met you, you weren't very independent. And then as you got more independent, this is definitely about you, that your name starts with an A, that we used to do with coaching, and you've been going through some stuff and we haven't worked together at all. It was the more when I met you, because if you'll remember, you met this person years ago, you weren't real independent. And over, of course, the last year or two, you've been getting independent, and so it was always in my mind that you were going to walk away because you kept getting more and more independent. Like I equated that with you not needing me. So then it's like both people have sort of been trying to withdraw instead of actually having a conversation about how we feel. Like both people are not expressing their true feelings. Maybe we're acting like it's fine, I'm fine, this is over, or whatever. Like neither person is really being honest with the other. And the other person is trying to move forward and like wear a mask, like masking the fact that I'm hurting over this, because they're actually deeply impacted by this. But like I said, they're walking around acting like it's fine. I think everybody's acting like we're fine, and nobody's fine. It's a weird feeling of like we both feel like we've reached the end, but also we're unconsciously trying to manifest this back. I don't know, we're both masking our pain. We're both hiding the fact that we both still want to have a future together. We're both, they just keep showing me like I'm pushing down the truth. I'm I'm fighting the connection rather than just acknowledging that I still want to be with this person. On both sides, both people are doing this. But again, I'm still getting that it's all after a period of necessary separation. Like, we both had to go through our stuff, figure out our stuff, learn and change, and all the things we've talked about in 2025. This is all part of it. But there's something about now where there's a really intense energy circulating the two of you now, like pulling you back together, at least if nothing else, to have an honest conversation. And I'm going to say in June. I would say within the next week or two, but let's just say in June. I think this super strong energy, it's like literally circling the two of you, is pulling you in to have a raw, like, honest conversation, to finally say, like, how I really feel. If I've been acting like I'm fine, if I've been acting like this doesn't bother me, if I'm acting like I don't ever think of you, like this really intense energy. And you should probably, I think you would be feeling it, like something drawing you back together, at least to have a conversation, a truthful conversation. Yeah, within a week or two.